Put these travesty of shoes down here. Hey guys, Dusty here. I'm back with another ranking video. This time I'll be ranking every Hoka shoe I've ever worn over the years. And there's a lot to go through, actually way more than I was expecting, so let's get right into it. Alright, so the first shoe, we have the OG Carbon X, the very first version, the first carbon plated shoe that Hoka came out with. This was either the second or the third carbon plated shoe that I ever tried. And while I never raced in this shoe, I had a really good experience training in it. I remember the shoe was comfy. It was one of the first shoes that had kind of like a rocker geometry, and it felt really nice underfoot. Cushion was great, could handle any distance. It was really smooth. It was really durable. Honestly, don't have a lot of bad things to say about the Carbon X. I'm going to rank it an A. All right, next up we have the Mach 5. I believe it was the Mach 4 that really started turning people's heads with this specific model anyways. The Mach 5, from what I remember, was a big improvement on the Mach 4. It was a little bit softer, could handle easier paces a little bit better. Overall, a fantastic daily trainer. Could also double as like a tempo day shoe. I'm going to rank the Mach 5 between a B and an A. All right, now we have a Clifton. This is the Clifton 7, I believe. So a couple models ago. To be totally honest, I am pretty sure that I despise this shoe. I think I maybe got up to 60 miles and then just said this is enough, and I donated them to a thrift store. I can remember that the midsole, as far as energy return, there was none of it there. When I put these shoes on and I would go for a run, I remember my paces would always be so much slower than any other shoe. I believe I found them comfy enough, but they were certainly slow, and I think around that 60-mile mark they actually started squeaking as well, which was annoying. And I can remember I was doing the Vancouver Marathon a few years ago, and I was seriously on the struggle bus with maybe like 5-6K to go, and someone comes flying past me and they're wearing these shoes, the Clifton 7. I remember being so upset that someone was just crushing me in the later stages of this race in such a slow shoe. So I don't have very good memories with this shoe. It was comfy enough though, so I'm not going to give it an F, but it's going to be E tier. All right, next up, what do we have? This is the new Hoka Skyflow. So really nice daily trainer. This is one of Hoka's latest and greatest shoes. In my opinion, this is just a more premium version than the Clifton. Great daily trainer. I don't think I've hit the 100-mile mark yet, but I've loved running in this shoe. Can handle easy paces, some up-tempo paces, any distance. So if you're okay spending a little bit more money than the Clifton, I think this is the better option. I'm going to give this between a B and an A. All right, next up we have the Bondi X. This shoe Hoka no longer makes, and this is, yes, a Bondi with a carbon plate in it. This thing was as heavy as a brick. I'm not entirely sure why I picked up a pair. I don't even know how many miles I put on it, and I've since given them to my mother-in-law. The Bondi is already an ultra stiff shoe. I'm not sure why Hoka thought it was going to be a good idea to throw a carbon plate in it, but this is one of the heaviest, biggest, bulkiest shoes I've ever worn. Again, it was runnable, so I'm not going to give it an F tier, but I'm going to put it down with the Clifton 7, and I'm going to give it an E. Put these travesty of shoes down here. All right, now we have the Rincon 2. This was a solid shoe. It tends to be on the less expensive side when you compare it to all of the other Hoka shoes. One of the negatives about the Rincon is you just didn't get much life out of the shoe. I really liked it for the time, and then I believe I probably tried the Mach 4, and I was like, see you later, Rincon. I have no use for you anymore. It was a solid shoe, pretty low life. I'm going to give the Rincon 2 a C ranking. All right, let's do the Mach 4. Great shoe, maybe didn't handle the easiest of paces super well. It was maybe a little bit on the firm side, but this shoe was definitely like a tempo day shoe. I can't rank it as high as the Mach 5, so let's make it a B, and it comes just under the Mach 5. Oh, let's stay on brand. Let's talk about the Mach 6. So the Mach 6 is definitely an improvement on the Mach 4. I'm maybe a little bit undecided if it's better yet than the Mach 5. It definitely has more cushion and a softer cushion. Honestly, I just need more miles in it before I give my full verdict, but I'm still going to rank it the same as the Mach 5. Really nice daily trainer, can double as a tempo day shoe. I think you're probably going to get decent life out of this one. This one specifically does have rubber on the outsole as well, whereas the other two, the Mach 5 and the Mach 4, did not. All right, now let's talk about the Clifton 9. This is the current version of the Clifton. Far superior than the Clifton 7, and super solid daily trainer. I'm not going to rank it as high as the Skyflow, so you know what, let's give it a solid B. All right, now we'll get into a trail shoe. This is the Speedgoat 5. I'm also going to categorize the Speedgoat 4 into this shoe. I believe I had the Speedgoat 4 in regular and waterproof, as well as the Speedgoat 5 in regular and waterproof, and I'm going to give them all the same ranking. Really solid trail shoe, really aggressive outsole. This thing has a ton of stack height, so you do lose a little bit of ground feel. But overall, great shoe, can handle the nastiest of trail conditions. I'm going to give the Speedgoat a solid B ranking. All right, now we have the Rocket X2. Love this shoe. It was my shoe of the year last year in 2023, as far as a racing shoe goes. This is S tier all day. It's soft, cushion responsive, feels fast at all distances. I would use this for a 5K and I'd use it for a marathon. Fantastic shoe, can't say enough good things about it. Just like the Cielo X1, this is also S tier. Hoka is really crushing it in 2024, 2023 with their carbon plated race day shoes. Love both of these shoes, and they are easily both S tier in my mind. Now we have the Skyward X. So this is a carbon plated training shoe. In my opinion, this might be a little bit overkill. Certainly too big of a shoe in my opinion to do really harder efforts or interval training. It does feel fantastic at easy paces. I just honestly think it might be a little bit too expensive for the sort of use that you're going to get out of it. I think you could easily substitute like a Skyward X or even a Clifton and do the same work that the Skyward X is going to do. So for what the shoe does, it does really well. I just think it comes a little bit overpriced. I'm going to give the Skyward X a B ranking. Lastly, just wanted to add it in for fun. These are the Hoka slides. They always come in a bunch of fun colors. My pair is a pair of the black ones. I'm not sure on the aesthetics what I feel about them. Might be a little bit on the ugly side, but these things are super comfy. As far as a slide goes, really fantastic. I'm gonna give them an A. All right, so there you have it. Looks like at the top of the list we have both the Hoka Rocket X2 and the Cielo X1 as the leaders, and they are S tier all day long. And then as far as other current shoes go, looks like we have the Skyflow and the Mach 6, kind of between a B and an A, so super solid training shoes. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this ranking video. Let me know what you would do differently, or if you've ran in some Hoka shoes that aren't on this list, where you would rank them. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.